Big old smut in your gut. What?
All right, hotel etiquette.
All right. Talk
What
to me.
you be stealing from hotels? 'Cause that was some pretty nice lotion you had there. You be taking from hotels?
I do, but that's for us to take.
I
They're
think
not
it's
gonna.
part of it, right?
They're not gonna reuse that lotion.
Refill the conditioners and stuff.
I don't take no shampoo. I don't even use the shampoo and conditioner in hotels.
I used to take robes like nobody's business.
You stole the robes?
I don't
Wow.
think
I don't think those were supposed to be. That is an actual.
I
Steal.
have a robe that I got legally. I think that they were lax about that, and now they have like the little cards that are like, if you, these are available for
Mhm.
purchase, but if they're gone, it's gonna be that. A lot of times they'd be like, a lot of times they'd be like 90.
Wow. Excuse me? Maybe?
They'd be like $90.
Wow.
You don't excuse
rude.
burps, you excuse farts.
Yes, you do. No.
Farts are excused,
you-
burps are just dealt with.
No, they're not.
Burps
That's
aren't
so
excused.
rude.
It's like a fart or a sneeze. It's like, excuse
No.
you or excuse
Who
me.
taught you this? Mama
Burps.
Cloud.
Burps
Listen
are
to
just
what he's
like,
saying right now.
well, do you bless coughs? I feel like burps and coughs are in one category. Like when somebody's like, no one's like, bless you.
You say, excuse me.
Right.
If you cough, most of the time you go, excuse me. If you burp, excuse me. You're supposed to say, excuse me.
yeah, but I think it's
Ain't
like,
no but.
I think burps and sneezes are excused and blessed. Burps and coughs are just like, sorry, you know?
Okay, you said sorry for the cough.
Right.
What do you say for the burp?
Excuse me. No, sorry.
Oh, exactly.
Sorry. You're trying to confuse me on purpose.
I'm trying to confuse you.
Burps and
What?
coughs are just rough things that happen. Sneezes and poots are blessed and excused. Everything else is just like, anyways.
So the gases
anyways.
that come out of your body that make noise, typically,
cough
there's
and sneezes
something
and
to do.
Those are just, that's what I'm saying. It's just aggressive.
Sneezes are not up for debate. We agree on sneezes. Bless you.
Uh,
Thank you. Do you say thank you after someone says bless you?
sometimes.
Okay. But most of the time, that's kind of your philosophy to thank someone if they sneeze you.
No, I
if
do
they
thank
bless
them. You know what I don't
Okay.
do that I should
What?
start doing? I should start saying God bless you.
Okay.
Somewhere along the line in my life, bless you started being like, don't say that, you're not God. And it's like, damn, I wasn't saying I was. You expecting a call or something?
You say let it snow.
Oh, those were bars set up.
I say let it ho. Because when they show up, the hoes, your pants grow.
You
Call me
stopped your own bar
ambidexy.
to say
Hit
the
you
host?
with the reverse hezzy. Ooh. Ooh, it's so sexy.
Damn, you were waiting to pull that out? All right, fine, I got one.
I knew I was going to get you.
I wrote a bar about you.
About me?
Uh-huh.
Oh, because of you look like you eat sage?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You ready for this?
No.
Mic check, mic check. I'm about to destroy this young man.
Young man.
All right.
See?
Your head shape look like a roly-poly. I put butter on your back because you's a hoagie.
What? You didn't write that.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
I wrote one, and then I was like, nah, I'm
bar-
gonna do something else.
That bar is beneath you.
I
You
put butter on
definitely-
your back because you a hoagie. That's fire.
You've definitely destroyed me before, but that did not. All right. Year he.
Wow. Colonial bars? What is this, Paul Revere?
New year, new me. Dr. Seuss ain't my idol, but you hear me. Green eggs and ham. She gave you sweet legs and yams. Then blocked you on the gram, car jam, and texted you to scram. Whoo!
Car jam? You said car jam?
Hmm?
You just said car jam? That was trash, front to back.
Oh,
Front to back trash bars.
Damn, I thought you was gonna be.
You
feeling
started
one.
with hear ye, and it got worse. I thought that was gonna be.
No, I said year he.
Year he. You said hear ye, year
No,
he.
I said year he, year he.
That's not even what they said.
It's not. I know. I said year he, year he.
Hear ye, hear ye. My ears bleed when I hear pee. They said, who gon' slaughter this woman? I said,
Not
beer
me.
me. You can't just jump in. Who does that? I let you say your little bullshit.
My bad.
And that was off the top of the dome. After I set fire to your jean jacket, I'ma send your ass home.
Okay, that destroyed me. Okay.
You
Okay.
got caught getting smashed by 7 gnomes. They called you Ho White. and you got stoned.
Stoned by the gnomes.
You got brain from 7 gnomes, and your nigga thought you was home alone.
You caught it on camera from the drone.
Damn, I thought this was a no-fly zone.
Damn, that nigga heard me on camera moaning.
Wow, that didn't rhyme at all.
I was trying to get the moan.
Her pussy need a comb.
Welcome to Thick Threads, the thickest show on the internet. I am your co-host,
The
Persephanii.
thickest show on the internet.
Is that what we
I
say?
think we say that sometimes, and then sometimes it's like the show we dive into the rabbit hole, all that shit.
Oh.
You know, the thickest show on the internet has definitely been said.
Yes, I am Persephanii.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
Hey, welcome to another episode. We are here today on some
What?
bullshit.
We are here today
Today.
talking on a podcast. I have a thread that is about sex.
You always have.
I've been doing a couple sexual ones, so that means next week I'm probably gonna go
Okay.
educational.
Education.
But for now, it's about the yams.
Okay.
The thread I brought to the table. It's a very, very simple question. I just posed this question on Twitter. Worst sexual experience? Go.
Ooh.
Just the
Oh.
worst one.
I got it. I didn't have to think that long.
I got mine as well.
Mine is about a coworker who was cheating and who was cheating with a woman and her husband found out.
Okay.
It is pretty intense.
It's juicy.
It is story time.
All right, well, I'm going to go first. Veto.
Rochambeau.
Hell to the no.
Why?
Because I be giving it to you sometimes, and that's okay.
You've never given it to me.
I think last time
it
it was just like, oh, you go, no Rochambeau. But then when I want to go, it's the end of the world. I'm going. You know why? Because your story times be taking forever. I'm going to go through mine
Wow.
real quick.
Wow.
That's me being nice, because then I could give you more time as
Every time
opposed
we've
to you doing
Rochambeau'd,
a story for 55 minutes and then me squeezing my little bullshit in the last 7 minutes of the...
every time we Rochambeau, whoever wins goes. It ain't no I'll let you go.
But I'm
But
going to go.
okay.
I'm going to go to give you time
You
for
can
your
go.
long-ass story.
You can go.
I am
I ain't
going.
got no
How about
problem.
that?
Oh,
How
put
about
your
that?
foot down. It's St. Patrick's Day, so he's
Well, for them it's not, but for us it is.
It is.
All right. Bullied to the front of the line, vetoed thread.
It's okay.
Worst sexual experience. Go. Starting hot. I was getting back shots, and then when he was about a nut, he power punched me in the back of the head.
What?
I swear
Isn't that a donkey punch?
Donkey punches to the ribs, back ribs.
Oh.
I swear I lost consciousness for 3.5 seconds, immediately woke up, and we started fighting. I kicked him out, blocked him, and took an 800 milligram.
Man, my story ain't got nothing on
I
that.
know, right? Started hot. He knocked her out.
Violence?
Boom. Yeah,
Why-
he's probably in jail now.
Why would someone do that? Is the nut that intense to where maybe he was just like, ah!
I mean, I thought that the donkey punch was to the ribs, somewhere that would just make the vaginal walls tense up. Maybe some people do it to the back of the head. I don't think that's a good idea. Also, the back of the cranium is a very tough place to punch. You know, you might break a finger trying to nut.
Man, that's tough. Remember Brian Pumper used to crack eggs on chicks' heads?
I've seen that before. It's crazy. Yeah, it said he was falling deeper in love with each stroke and tried to Goku punch his way out them feelings. That might have been what
Nah.
happened.
Nah. I don't understand that. What happened?
I mean, I think
Excuse me.
I just think that punching
You know
in
what?
general, closed fist punching during sex is probably a no go. I wouldn't do it unless they ask.
Would you still do it even if they asked?
If it's like sock me in the face, no.
Uh-oh.
If it's like, you know, punch me in the back of the ribs so that my pussy will close up, I'll consider it. Hee-haw. My girl at the time was riding me under the covers one morning. Her mother walks into the room and decides to sit on the bed and start a full-blown conversation. My ex never stopped riding.
Come on, bro.
The comment under it says, sounds white.
It sounds cap.
It sucks when you're not in the position to make the decision. She was on top like, oh, it's just my mom.
And
Bop,
she sits
bop,
down
bop.
and
And she was
starts.
just like, man, I got to go to Gelson's this morning. I got to go to the bakery. I got to go to
Was
the bank.
she like? I mean, there's more. If he really wanted us to go in on that, he should have provided a little more context. So how she riding with her mom, sitting next to the bed? Like, I don't understand.
The mom came in, sat down, started having a conversation. Apparently, the mom and the daughter had some type of weird relationship because the ex not only didn't get off, kept going. Like, it's just my mom. So he was in this horrifying position like, what do I do?
See, I'm
Do I
sitting here
nut?
thinking about how I ride. And ain't no way how I ride.
What?
Nobody's sitting down talking to me. Like,
Well, I mean,
so I
maybe
just can't even envision this.
I'd go full soft.
Right?
Hearing your mama talk about her trip to the bank.
Right.
I'm
No,
not
thank you.
trying. It does sound like a white girl. He kept going soft no matter how hard he tried. Then he started crying. I ended up having to comfort him.
Crying?
Hey, you think it was just the tears, or you think it was like a
I think it was just the tears, but if it was the ugly cry, I don't even know if I could have consoled that. I would have just had to leave.
I mean,
Like,
he
I'm
gave
gonna-
up too easy.
I'm gonna let you go.
Sometimes you just gotta stuff it in. Sometimes, like a damn cartoon robber
Right.
putting dollar bills in those big ass
You just
dollar
gotta
sign bags.
Stuff it in and let it get hard on
Stuff
its
it
own.
in.
Just-
Sometimes, I mean, maybe you just let it sit in there, you know.
let it marinate.
Let it marinate in there. just marinate it. You know them
it gets warmer in there, you know.
them,
the extra meat.
them gummy worms that used to be soaked in Kool-Aid.
Mm-hmm.
They were still gummy, still
Yeah,
hit,
yeah.
still pretty
Still good.
delicious. He kept stopping every 2 or 3 strokes so that he could last. He would just pause, make this weird face, and just freeze. It was so damn awkward. I'm looking like it showed Stanley from The Office. That sounds like buffering.
I'm scared to ask the name of that person because I have a similar
might know
story. Right, it might be
the
same
freezer.
person.
Oh, hilarious! The comment was he was buffering. That's funny. Same joke. Joke twins.
Mm-hmm.
I dated someone who had a micro penis at the time. They dated at the time, or he had a micro penis at the time?
I would think that he always had a micro penis.
There might
So
be
when
some
they dated,
enhancements. When we tried having sex, I stared at it. It was the size of my thumb.
hmm
I mean, at least he tried. I faked it, but I didn't want to hurt his feelings. On this show, that's
there,
not that big of a deal.
been there.
But then it says, preach, sister. I thought he wasn't ready yet, so I kept dragging out all the foreplay for like 90 minutes. Never got any bigger. Here I am, supercharged and ready to go, and it was like she said, basically a thumb. That's crazy when you're like, all right, that's a interesting looking soft penis, and you working with it, and you're just like, damn, he's not getting hard. And then you're like, oh, he is hard.
I'm having flashbacks.
Not nice. Dick shaming. Shame on
Well,
all of
it's
you.
not. It's not even that. I had a micro penis before.
Episode 1.
Yeah. He said like later he was like, I know it's not the biggest. Like when we had a conversation, he was like, I know it's not the biggest. I know what I'm working with. I'm just like,
Hey, shout out to him for, telling it like it is.
yeah.
Check out our first episode, our very first episode, for Persephane's full micro experience.
I told his story already.
Yeah, you did.
Oh.
I was giving a girl back shots and thrusted so hard, she hit the headboard and fell off the bed and was knocked unconscious.
Jesus.
I considered just leaving the scene because I thought she was dead, but realized my bodily fluids were all over the place.
He's a horrible person.
But then I heard her breathe, so I stayed. Sounds
This
fake.
is like
This one sounds fake. This one
it don't
sounds like
sound no faker than her mom came in the room and sat on the bed and she kept writing.
was at least interesting. This sounds like a story of a dude who is still a virgin, but like telling his boys, like, man, I was smashing so hard I knocked her out.
I thought she was dead.
But then I stayed. First time getting head, and he bit my clit. Clit bit. We've been there before too.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. Biting the clit, like why would
Hey.
you do that?
2023, we biting clits.
No, we not.
Let's start the movement.
Mm-mm.
Fellas, bite your girl clit. Bite the clit, move upstairs and bite the tit.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Get
bite
your
the
ass
clit.
hit
She might strike you in the lip.
with the stick. Get popped.
Oh no, this might be the worst one. He cheered and banged his chest with his hands while looking at himself in the mirror.
Oh no.
That will dry it up, I'm sure.
Well, the thing is.
Oh, you're into the King Kong foreplay?
No. However, how was the session? Did he indeed put it down
So
like
if he-
Big Daddy King Kong?
If he
If
put it
so,
down, you would be good with the gorilla.
I'm howling with him
movements. So y'all both looking like gorillas.
if I'm not asleep.
That might have been the weirdest thing you've ever said. You out here acting like monkeys, naked in a sex-smelling bedroom.
Ooh, 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 nigga.
Sounds like he was doing this during. So you getting smashed.
No.
He's like, what sound effect would work? Ooh, ooh. Or like, yeah.
No, I'm referencing if the session was over
Yeah.
and he was done and he actually did put it down. If he did not put it down and then he did that afterwards in the mirror, like
Hilarious.
that's just like
Hilarious.
that's
Two
get
pump
out.
chump like, yeah.
Get the fuck out. Get out. I'm throwing him out like Uncle Phil did Jazz.
I do like the idea of having a little victory move, a little
Yeah.
victory emote after putting it down.
Mm-hmm.
I would personally pick, like climbing the turnbuckle at like Steve Austin and doing the double middle fingers. Maybe
At yourself?
huh?
At yourself?
No, like climb this edge of the bed, or maybe the Rock. Do something
No.
like that.
Don't do it.
I wanna. You know what? I'm
If
gonna
you do
start
it-
doing wrestling endings at the end of sessions, and I might even have Stone Cold's theme music queued up. So like,
I think that you're gonna end up being on a podcast like this as one of the stories.
maybe that'd be hard though.
Yeah, no,
I wouldn't do it unless
wouldn't.
I did my thing.
Do
You know what?
it.
I would do it even if I didn't do my thing.
No, don't do it. Do it when she falls asleep.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do
when
do
she
it
falls asleep.
the next time. The next time I can't get it up.
That's what you.
So instead of crying like your boy did in this story, if I can't get it up, I'm gonna just be like, it's gonna confuse the hell out of her. It's gonna be like, damn, he started celebrating,
This is.
but nothing happened.
You got to do that for somebody you don't want to have sex with again. That is a for sure way to not get the draws again. If you don't like her and you start doing some weird shit after you guys had sex.
Oh yeah, a little deterrent. Be like, yeah, the sex was good, but he was a little weird after.
At this one guy, he started speaking Jamaican patois afterwards, and it was like real like. I got freaked out.
Like during the sex?
No, it was after. It was like random too, and I was like,
was he Jamaican?
No.
You made a nigga switch ethnicities?
No,
said, a bomba clot. The pussy bomba clot.
I looked at him
yeah,
like,
me boom boom.
But the sex was so good that I was like, I'm not going anywhere. I stayed for some years.
Made you a Jamaican patty. So was that like a one-time thing, or did he do that every time?
He did it a couple of times and then he stopped. I don't know why he did that. And I asked him every now and then, like, hey, why did you do that?
It's big strange. All right. That was that concludes my thread.
That was really good.
See? Short, concise, to the point.
Yeah.
Everybody's back in time for dinner.
You ready for story time?
I think so.
I thought this was such a good story.
Okay.
That I immediately thought to bring it to the threads. Okay, so this is, for the sake of our text thread, a cheating story.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. When I was 19, working at a restaurant, one of the managers used to brag about sleeping with this married woman. She would come up there to see him all the time, and he would fix her food for free. Until one day, Big Gail husband came in there looking for my manager. Y'all. It was early morning shift, and it was just me and him working at the time, and I guess the night shift before hit the fan, and Big Gail's husband found out she was getting skinless, boneless combos with double meat from my manager.
Nice. I like that whole pun.
Right?
Skinless?
Skinless, boneless.
That's a little weird.
Little raw action, little bareback.
He's taking a dick with no skin in?
Boneless, skinless. Meat, just
boneless.
All meat.
Actually, I don't like it as much. And now when you really break it down, skinless, boneless.
Did you say boneful?
Bone in. Definitely bone in meat.
Bone in meat. Bone in steak. I knew something was up because my manager was usually talkative, listening to music when we opened together. But that day, he was acting real weird and kept looking out the window. And I'm like, you good, Mike? His behavior was making me nervous. So after a while, he was like, if somebody come in here looking for me, tell them I'm not in today. I'm scared as fuck at this point because Mike was an old school Crip. He had the tat on him and everything. So I instantly think this is gang related. I forgot to mention he would brag a lot about sleeping with the lady, almost daily. She came in anytime he worked, and if he wasn't there, he would always say, give her my employee discount. So at this point, I'm actually cool with Big Gail, and we kind of know what's going on.
Big Gail is the woman.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious.
Back to the day of. He said, tell them he's not in, but the restaurant was very small and he was a cook. You could literally see him through the window. And again, just us there, and I was the cashier. So if he leave, who gonna cook? So it's open time at this point. I look up and notice Mike's truck gone, but he's still there. So I guess he pulled it around back at the apartment complex next door. This let me know this real serious, because who are we hiding from at this point? So maybe an hour later, a truck pulls in hot. He didn't even bother finding a real park and just whips it in and hops out the truck. So I know this is Buddy Mike dodging. This is who Buddy Mike is dodging. Mm-hmm. And he is huge. Mike is also big, but this motherfucker is bigger. And he is obviously pissed. I'm like, God, if you listening, help. I'm sitting here using these people real names too. So he comes in and I'm standing there nervous as hell because we both know he not there for no damn chicken box. And the first thing I say is, he not here. I fold it.
What?
I'm not ashamed to say it. Baby, I am not a ride or die.
Damn, what the hell? Some people do get chicken that aggressively. He could have just been hungry.
Oh, shit. I don't know Big Gail's husband's name, so we just gonna call him John. John can clearly tell I'm lying, because why would I just blurt out, he not here?
Right.
But he didn't even say a word to me yet, and I told. He said, don't worry about it, sweetheart. We gonna find him. And I'm like, we? He was talking about me showing him in the back of the store since Mike, quote unquote, not there. But I will say, since he referred to me as sweetheart, I felt a little more comfortable to know at least I was safe. Sorry to Mike.
Trash.
Out the corner of my eye, I can see a car pull up and it's an actual customer. So I'm trying to stall because maybe when this customer come in, John will just leave and not make a scene.
Nope.
Customer comes in and I tell John, sir, I have to take this order. And he stands back calmly and says, okay, with a smile. And I'm like, wow, I think we're good.
But ain't no cook.
I'm going on to part 2.
What the hell place is this? If this was Popeyes,
All
at
right.
least you got a bulletproof glass. Oh, did I mess this up?
I think you might be all right. We were not good. So I take the order, cash the man out, and then the ticket prints out to me. Out of muscle memory, I turn around and put it in the window for the cooks to see, and then it dawns on me, Mike not here. I turn around and John's staring at me. And it's the meme of Diddy and that guy.
She's not good at this.
She's not good at this at all. So I'm fake mumbling to myself like, dang, where I put my apron? I just had it. So I walk to the kitchen and start trying to throw this man order together. Look at her.
Well, I mean, what? I wish you would have said what place it is, because that would help me visually. But also, like, if it's McDonald's, heat whatever they order
I was
up.
just thinking Popeyes.
Or like fries, like if you had to do the thing. This was also very understaffed. What is it, the Krusty Krab?
It's a small restaurant.
Squidward and SpongeBob.
That's it. Thankfully, the first driver clocked in and came through the back, and typically our drivers knew how to cook too. So he came in loud as fuck. What you doing on the grill? Where Mike at? Like, nigga, please read the room. Read the room wasn't a catchphrase yet, but mentally, that's what I was feeling.
Wasn't a catchphrase yet.
Right. It's an older story.
Damn.
I say, Mike ain't here, but I'm blinking mad crazy. So he like, oh, okay. He needed his bank so he could have change for his delivery. So I got back to the front to take the money out the drawer, and John's still there. And he like, you know what? John goes off. I can't remember what he said verbatim. This was happening in real time for me, so it wasn't funny yet. You tell that son of a bitch when I catch him, I'm gonna fuck him up. And you can tell him Gail husband said it. I know his ass in here.
He called himself Gail husband?
Mm-hmm. For context, they're like 40 plus, close to 50. Mike and I were actually cool. No one at work really liked him, but I didn't mind him. He told me all his business with him and Gail. And even though he would brag to everyone else how she wanted her a piece of Big Mike, he was actually in love with Big Gail. It's a lot of details to their love affair, so we'll skip. But just know he loved her. He also talked about how tough he was, and that's how I found out he was a crip. But nevertheless, he was running. So Buddy speeds off, me and the driver looking at each other, and I start giving him the backstory of what's going on. He knew about Big Gail already, so it really wasn't those it finally happened moments. Again, Mike bragged a lot. The phone rings, so I go in the back to take the order. I'm still the only cashier at this point, and it's Mike talking about, he gone yet?
He must have been watching him drive off.
The timing was literally precise. Like, Buddy pulled off, and then the phone rang. I'm like, yeah, you good. If you've been to this place, it's a deck upstairs outside, but it's also a small closet that's really an office. Mike ass was in there the whole time, watching from the cameras with no audio, just left me for dead.
Damn.
So he come downstairs like, what happened? What you say? And I lied. I said, man, I told him you was out for the week. You know I got you. He like, man, thank you. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Me like, you welcome. What that mean? I can't remember how Gail's husband found out about Mike, but I'm pretty sure she confessed. She was a real sweet lady, but I'm pretty sure she told him where he worked 2. Got a part 3.
Damn.
Of course, word spread around at work. Again, most of my coworkers didn't like Mike, so they were clowning him. He started capping, talking about he was about to pop Buddy, and I'm like,
Of course. Why won't niggas just put the act down when it's apparent? Just be like, yeah, y'all got me. You can't go back to tough.
because nobody, there's people there to refute, but he's the manager, so it's like,
Man,
you know.
the jig is up.
A few days later, Big Gail comes in. Mike is there. I'm thinking, you got some nerve, ma'am. But again, me and Big Gail cool. But she and I know what went down.
So I'm so confusing because Big Gail is the wife, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Keep thinking Big Gail is the dude.
No,
John.
We don't know.
Big
Yeah.
John.
John.
Big John,
yeah.
big
Gail
Mike and Big Mike.
Mike.
Bunch of big people.
Right. She looked like she about to cry, so I feel kind of bad. She says she want to speak to Mike. He yell out, "Tell her I ain't here." She can obviously hear him, but I still say, he not here. He said he not here. She said, just tell him I said, I'm sorry. She still ordered food, so I turn around to tell it to Mike. I didn't put it into the computer because we don't usually charge Big Gail when he here, remember?
He's going to start charging.
He yell out, $7.15. So I turn around and say, that'll be $7.15. I'm hurt at this point because we never charge Big Gail full price or at all. She know this is the end, and so do I.
Oh, so that wasn't the discount?
No, she
Not
get
bad,
it for free.
$7.
She kept saying, you know I had to, Mike. He ignored her. I don't know if she meant to tell her husband or what, but that's what I suspect. I didn't see her anymore, and not long after, Mike moved to a close city. I don't know if he was scared to see John again or hurt from Big Gail, but that's the end.
Dang. First of all, the nigga made him move. I think that's the takeaway. And the only negative thing that happened to Big Gail, she was charged for some chicken.
Right.
The other nigga had to move.
Well, we don't really know if that's the only thing that happened to Big Gail.
Well,
because for her to then come and tell where this nigga worked, like, I don't know how she got caught up, but
they don't have any other meeting spots. It's just all got to be at the chicken joint.
not at my job. Like, bro, we got our little.
Well, you know he was hurt because he said, "Tell her I'm not here," which is like saying that he's here but doesn't want to talk. He could have just said, "I'm not here," like induct her like he did John.
Like he did John.
Tell her I'm not here. $7.
Hey, Big John had him hiding in the closet like you had to do that one time.
That was first of all, I hid in the closet because it was her father who was a Marine, a very heavy sleeping Marine. That's a wild story, and I feel like the takeaway from that is don't fuck other niggas' wives, and if you're going to,
don't
make
fall
sure
in love.
They're not huge. Oh, same thing. Those both apply.
So make
don't
sure
fall in love. And, well, I mean, I think don't fall in love is third place. I think it's just don't do it as first. If you're going to do it, make sure it's not a crazy, huger nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And then don't fall.
Make sure you can beat him up. If it all goes down, make sure.
But that's the thing. Even if you can beat him up, he can shoot you. Niggas are crazy.
Absolutely.
I've never been pulled up to a chicken joint demanding.
The cook. I wonder what Big John do for a living. You cheating on me with the chicken cook?
That is kind of crazy. I wish they said what it was, like a KFC, because that's just funnier.
Mm-hmm.
KFC, a Dairy Queen, anything they would have labeled it would have been very, very funny. But in my mind, it was just a Krusty Krab. 'Cause why the hell is there one cashier and one cook?
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
That's a good story.
I'm glad you enjoyed.
It seemed like she fessed up, he got pissed off, and she ended it. So she told her husband and ended it, broke his heart, and put him in jail all in one foul swoop. And I'm emphasis on foul. All right. Let's get into some thick ass facts, because I got the thickest fact I have brought in a while. And
Okay.
I bring some thick facts.
Okay.
Now, since we didn't Rochambeau, why don't you do your little stank facts
No,
first?
you can do yours. You can do yours first. Give me a
Oh,
break. I
I
just
wonder
read a
why.
long ass story.
Do you need a break or do you need to find the fact that you're gonna use? Oh no, you go
Why-
first.
Why are you trying to call me out?
No, I see the thumb, the frantic thumb
You
movement.
see it? You see it?
All right, well,
ain't getting.
listen to this while you do that because it's crazy.
Okay.
I got a giraffe fact.
A giraffe? Love it.
A giraffe fact. A fact about giraffes.
Let me hear it.
Prior to mating, male giraffes headbutt the females in the bladder until they pee. Then they taste it to see if she's ovulating.
They taste the pee. Wow.
The picture is a giraffe, like a little water fountain.
Mhm.
So get this.
They caught it on film. This is gross.
They boom headbutt the female in the
Mhm.
in the bladder,
Okay.
and she's like, not now. He's like, yeah, give me that, and then she starts peeing, and then they're like,
Yeah.
she's ovulating, and then they have
Mhm.
sex. Or my favorite scenario, she's not ovulating. I just drank pee. I wonder what the taste difference is. If they're like, it's definitely ovulation in there, or if it's just like, oh God, I think she's ready.
I think either way, it probably turns them on. So happy is
think it
probably y'all
turns the
should
giraffe on?
maybe y'all should start doing that to us.
Giraffes be doing pee play,
Why don't you start doing that?
drinking the woman's
Tasting,
urine.
not drinking. Just taste it. You ever tasted it
I
before?
don't care if they're ovulating though. That's not why I'm having sex. I don't care.
Just in case, you know. It might be kind of sexy.
All right, did you find your fact yet?
I did.
All right,
And I had
you're
some saved.
still
I just
swiping
had
a lot,
to.
so
It's not even on this phone.
I wasn't sure. All right, we'll go ahead.
You ever try to close your phone and screenshot instead?
Mm-hmm. That be happening.
Okay. I feel like I've done this before. And
You should do another one. There's
What?
enough.
no. I'm talking about what I'm about to talk about. Insomniacs may also experience sleep misperception when you believe you were up all night when in reality you've slept for hours. I think I've done this before where I'm like, I was up all night. But then when I think back, like, I don't remember too much. I think it comes down to like not feeling well rested. Maybe.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to think of like the extent of not remembering, because there has been times where I would like sleep from like 10 to like 4
Mm-hmm.
and then wake up and then I can't go back to sleep, so I'll stay up until, and I'll be like, man, I was awake all night.
Right.
Is that what it is? That
I
what they
think
mean?
I think
Or
that
they mean like literally not remembering?
I think that maybe sometimes you can dream that you're still awake. I wonder if that you've never
All my
like
dreams, I'm still awake.
all your dreams you're still awake.
I'm not dreaming about sleeping.
No, like you've never had those like inception type dreams where you thought you woke up and you were up but you were really still asleep. Like you've never had that before? Those are like really intense, deep
I
deep
don't know
sleeps.
how inception-y it is, but I actually did recently, like, I woke up and I wasn't sure because I think that I was in the same location
Mm-hmm.
that, I spent that night. So I was, like, I didn't know what was a dream and what
Mhm.
wasn't, because there was, like, some ridiculous thing that still happened in that same
Setting.
area setting and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. And there was like a bunch of ridiculous things that happened in the
Mhm.
dream, and I just couldn't tell what really happened when I woke up.
Right. That's something similar has happened to me. Like I fell asleep watching what's the movie Identity. I fell asleep watching Identity, but the movie continued in my dream. So I'm still in the same spot.
You didn't know
thinking,
which was the movie and what was you made up?
right. I'm thinking I watched the whole damn movie. Meanwhile, when I watched it again, I'm like, this This is not how it went the last
Hey,
time
I'm
I
not in
watched
this.
it.
I was in my version.
Right.
You talking to people, yeah, you remember the scene where I shot the bad guy? You weren't in that
No.
movie. I wasn't.
But also, I've slept next to someone who said, "What the fuck are you talking about? You were asleep all night." And I'm like, "No, I wasn't." Yes, you were. You were asleep right next to me. You
Oh,
know,
so you
that
was
person
just
was
wrong.
up. I've been wrong before where I thought I was up all night and I really wasn't. What?
I had a wedgie.
Wow. Did it feel good when it
It was
slid out of your butt crack?
No, it was weird. It's like a
Don't tell me it was
it was
a
a front wedgie.
ball wedgie.
It was like a ball.
What is that? Well, how does that work?
Well,
Does it go around the ball and
I personally think that boxers should just stop being mass produced.
yes?
Cause like just the big baggy ones, it's a
Is that-
lot. It gets all
You wear those?
when my nice stuff is in the wash. Yeah,
Oh
I have
damn!
some.
You
I'm
in the
about to-
reserve laundry? You in the reserve underwear?
Well, they're Tommy Hills, so I keep them around because I like how they look.
designer.
Well, that kind of design.
Oh,
But when I get home, I'm gonna throw away all those like checkered boxers, those big ones, because it's
please.
just a nightmare.
Those are not sexy.
They don't keep anything together. It's just a disaster.
There was one
So I had a
time
little front.
this guy had on those boxers and he was on the bed and his dick was hanging out
The
the
helmet.
bottom of the.
That be
I was
happening
like,
with boxers.
Are we about to get something going, or you just
Because the
chilling?
boxer is no support. The dick be hanging out like. Oh shit! Nice
Right.
room.
You
I
didn't
don't
feel
be out
the
like that.
draft. It doesn't get a little cool if it's out.
I wonder if your dick like knows what your spot like looks like, because sometimes
What?
it be out like when it's dark, or you be wearing drawers all the time. So
Do you got an eye down there that can recognize and see what's going on?
I'm just
See
saying,
where
like
it lives.
my hands, my arms, my neck, my obviously my face, my chest, my legs, like that all be out sometimes. So it knows what my apartment looks like.
Your
but I don't know.
brain.
But
That
I
would
don't
be
know
your
what like.
brain.
I don't know if my dick and balls or my butt cheeks really know what anything besides my bathroom looks like. Because my bathroom, the lights be on, I'm naked,
Wait.
it sees everything. But
You
I don't
don't-
just be walking around naked like that.
Oh, really? I do.
I walk from the bathroom to the laundry, like where my units are. I'll walk there naked, but I don't just be like
butt booty naked. My
watching
whole
TV
body
naked.
knows every part of my place.
I be keeping it too cold. And I don't like air and stuff touching my dick in my butt.
Why?
I just don't
It's
like.
just air.
I would just rather be in drawers. I just don't like having like just walking around naked and stuff. It's just weird.
Is that comfortable to you?
I just would rather have drawers.
So you don't be sitting on your couch, your butt crack, rubbing the couch.
See, because that's weird. Because my dick will just like touch the couch and stuff, and I'm just, I don't like that. Like, I don't get why people like how they can get in like the jacuzzi naked and just be on a stone nasty thing. Your balls and dick is just floating.
Well, sir, because of people like you pee in hot tubs.
That's not 100% accurate.
You said it.
I said there have been occasions. See what happens when I'm honest. A show like this, they appreciate honesty until they throw it back in your face. I could just be on here lying, trying to be cool. No, there's been a handful of occasions where I was alone, not naked, in a jacuzzi. It was warm, and I peed a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Just a little bit, or you let the whole thing
I
go?
let the whole clip out, and nobody came in and sat in my pea soup. It happened, and I said it on this show.
Well, you don't know if they did after you left. You just left a big bowl
Chlorine.
of hot piss. There's
Chlorine.
I don't think
call
there's.
it hot piss. That's disgusting.
It is. It's hot as hell in the jacuzzi, and honestly, I don't think there's chlorine in hot tubs like that.
Really?
I don't think so. You
think
might
there
want to
is.
do the research.
Well, shout out to whoever came and sat down after that. Maybe they
Yeah,
got
these-
some swag in them.
Ew. Amongst other things.
All right, guys. This has been another episode of Thick Threads, the thickest show on the internet. I've been your co-host, Patrick Clown.
And I'm Big P. Persephanii.
Big Persephany.
Big person.
We'll see you guys next week. Later.
Bye.